Good evening, DMV.
Yeah.
It's Thursday. It's 6 o'clock. It's time for another Ambush the Show. I'm your announcer, Joey D, along with our DJ, Anchor the Bank,
What it
our
do?
tech guru and director, Sherwood,
Yeah.
our lovely co-host, Miss Ashley Ryan,
Yeah.
our interview guest tonight, Auger James,
All right.
and we are bushless
Motivation is
tonight.
I'm starting to feel motivated.
But we got J Money hacking on the way to fill in.
J Money?
So
what?
everything will be right in the world.
No ambush?
No
Bush.
ambush.
He's under the knife.
What?
No. Say it isn't so.
We all gotta
Valley.
say a prayer.
Say it isn't so.
It isn't so.
Wait, Mrs. You Bushes?
We're gonna cry.
We wish you was here, baby.
Mrs. You Bushes?
You're gonna put us in a closet.
Is he gonna wake up?
Bye.
Oh man.
What's up out there in TV land?
What's going on, people? How everybody doing?
Let's see. We got Joey D signed in. Sherwood.
ma'am.
We got all of us.
We're all here.
Yeah. So how's everybody doing today? Well, I should say evening, right? Thursday
Yes,
evening.
Thursday night.
Yeah, in the
Doing
cut.
good, hanging and banging.
Hanging
Already.
and banging. Is that what you said?
Yeah, man. Did you ever hear that term? Oh, that's right. I forgot you're young.
Hanging and
Yeah,
banging,
look,
baby.
so here, look who we got
Hey,
now.
look who joined in.
Hey,
here?
we knew J Money was going to show up.
Hanging and banging.
Hanging and banging, the old way to go.
So we got J Money up in the building.
What up,
that is
Hackman?
gonna help
J Money
us out
hacking in the
here.
house.
Hackman.
What it smell like.
I've been fouled. Ref, you're not
Yeah.
looking. I just been hacked.
So what's going on,
So you
Mr.
been
J Money?
know-
How's everything going down in the Ho Coast
You
area?
know, representing, running things, doing things,
You know, cool. Sounds like
doing what
a
I
good
do.
deal.
What it is with y'all? What's going
Making the
on?
money, right?
Always.
Chillin'.
Right?
Chilling, man. Just trying to do what we can do to
Oh,
have a little bit of fun and make
Every time.
people laugh.
Sherwood.
viral videos.
What's going
Yeah,
on?
man. We're
Oh, I'm hanging in there.
waiting. We're waiting for Mr. Bush.
Just
To
just
find out
just
about
barely,
his
but I'm
surgery.
hanging in there.
Everybody
His
has to be
his
in there.
reassignment surgery is that?
Yeah, that's today.
We're
Yeah.
we're wishing him
We don't know what- we
a
don't know
speedy
what-
transition.
We don't know what they're reassigning yet, but we'll figure that out later too.
All right, Joey. So what do we got going on today, guys? I got an eye booger over here.
Well, an eye booger. You don't want to hear that.
Yeah, definitely need to be on video for that.
Sorry. I'm sorry. So what are we gonna be doing? What, viral videos? Is that what it is?
That's
huh?
it.
You
That's what we
guys,
always-
I'm ready to laugh
That's
my
what we
freaking
always
ass
do.
off.
That's
We
the
do have
thing.
we do have the viral video thing going.
Alright.
Yeah.
What up, Jay? How was your ride over, man?
The ride over was smooth. Schools are gonna be on time tomorrow. Roads are fine.
Great.
I mean, you know, I ain't too excited because, you know, I gotta be there on time. I've had 2 days off, so, you know, I've been big chilling.
Dig it.
So
dig
how
it.
did that igloo
Relax.
go that you
Yo, it
made?
actually
Chilling.
fell apart this morning. As soon as we were about to go outside and finish it, it's all
Too
the
warm
ground.
out.
Aw, it started melting.
Like, I was like, yo, Hannah, we gotta go finish it. We gotta go finish it. And she's like, okay. And we go outside. She's like, oh, it's on the ground. I'm like, why you
Aw,
sound-
it was
like, you
nice
sound
and
a little
big
too happy
though,
about
too.
that. Yeah, it was
It was
huge,
big, it
yo.
was nice.
People are driving by smiling.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Yeah, look at
A
that.
man in his igloo.
Yeah, right.
With my snow bunny.
There you go.
Sorry guys, I'm trying to find some stuff here.
Yeah. Let me go ahead and share this real quick.
You guys look really busy over there. So look, man, I want to give a
Yeah,
shout
I'm
out to
trying
my
to-
dude, Be Live.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man.
I was just on the phone with him.
You know, shout out to my peoples in Wisdom Court.
Oh,
Yeah. Shout out to everybody.
Shout out to the Hip Hop Junkies.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, shout out to the junkies. Well, that
You
didn't
did?
sound right. I should say hip hop junkies because, you know, we are in B-more. I'll just say shout out to the junkies. People are going to get the wrong idea.
Already.
They'll be like, Joe, you're talking about Not the right kind of junkies.
You know, I should have confiscated Bush's computer so that I could go ahead and push those buttons for him.
Confiscated. All we needed was the password, and we could get
No,
it.
he's
No, I'm talking about the
Oh, you're talking
soundboard.
about the
I'm
other
talking about
board.
the soundboard.
Oh.
Because I
You
know.
don't
You know,
have one?
I don't have the sounds.
Oh.
I know what would have come
So
right there.
I could have. Yeah.
Yeah, that would have been.
I thought
right when
I thought the board.
No,
so
you would have
aren't
gotten
they
to that's racist one for
Aren't they
for
like
that comment
transportable?
earlier,
Like you
but,
can
Why?
re-
Junkies
put
come
different
in
ones on there?
all races.
Yes, and if we had planned for this, we would have done it a little bit better, but we didn't plan for this as well as we should have.
How about that then?
I see that.
How about that for an important question?
Well, I thought you would knew all that. But anyways, when you guys want to get it started, Sherwood.
On the wood, we're gonna bring it down some.
Yes, please.
What we got here?
Are
So
we
what
ready?
do we got here? We got the first one.
Sure, we're gonna go for what video have we got?
Is it the what the fuck?
Sure.
All right, guys. Well, I thought you would have thrown it up there for me, so I would have seen it.
That's why you have to go through the other part.
I have that part,
Well, that's all you need.
but
It
I
tells-
can't
it tells
push
you
the
what's
button
coming.
or nothing.
Oh, well, no, that's his job. But the only other thing is, since Mr. Bush is here, we don't have our viral video intro to each song.
We don't. We don't have this.
Ah.
okay.
He didn't have that one. I had that
Yes,
Okay.
that livens up the show. That livens it up. This is what the fuck, guys.
You gotta do the dance. Jay, you can't sit at the table and not do the dance.
Oh my bad, yo. I didn't know the
Oh
dance.
shit! Oh shit!
Shit, what we got going? Is that a bull?
Yeah. Oh, that's fucking funny.
I think this is more of a bull ride than a what the fuck moment,
My
but that's
goodness.
just me.
I'm just taking my bull out for a ride in the country.
That's some Westminster shit right there.
Oh yeah, shit. That's some Western
I mean,
code shit right there.
You're used,
Where
Like,
is
nah,
it
actually, yo,
at?
I ain't never seen nothing like that.
you're used
Ride
to
right
seeing
down.
people ride by with their dog and the dog's head hanging out, getting the air.
You see a bull's head hanging out.
And the worst part is the motherfucker made like a side door for the
But
thing.
it's in a car.
out in-
Is that a cab or like an old? Was
no,
that
it's a steer.
I know he's got some great fucking suspension on that fucking.
Oh, I mean, he's definitely riding low on
I was
that
gonna
one
say,
side
don't
right
that
there.
bull weigh like
He's really
500
not leaning
pounds?
that much. He's
But
really
look-
doing pretty good right there.
And he's got the fucking gate from the field on that side. Of the
Oh my goodness! He cut the whole.
Good shit. Huh?
I think he kind of ruined the resale value of that car.
Oh,
Yeah.
Shit, that.
What you talking about?
Bubba, Bubba, take the cow out for a ride.
Is that an old cop car? What the fuck, dude?
That's what I said. Is it like a taxi, old taxi, or an old?
Nobody's pulled them over. That's for sure.
Would you want to pull that shit over? Hey, sir, do you know why I pulled you over?
I have no idea.
Is that what a bull
Sir, has your
does?
bull been drinking?
So what happens if the bull starts shitting?
It's a shitty situation.
Oh my goodness!
That's fucking gross, man.
Plenty of
The
cow,
smell coming out of that.
plenty of cow chips.
Bullshit
in the
and
back seat.
Hardy's coming out of there, I tell you what.
Hell yeah.
But if it poops, where is it gonna go?
Right in the back seat.
I don't think it was
If a
gonna
bull
go with the
shits
back
in your
seat.
car-
I think his ass was like on the lip of like the car.
Oh, yeah,
Well,
shit
then
been
it'll roll
flying
down the
on
back
somebody-
and
on
roll
somebody's
down the back
windshield.
window. That's it.
Like, oh
I
shit.
think that's what it is.
Russell Heindel, how you doing? Worst parade float ever. You're not wrong. All right, so the next one,
Yeah.
you know what? I'm going to go ahead and announce them, I guess.
Yeah, 'cause
So the next one is a close call, but you may want to consider it gun control. So let's see what we got here.
Oh yeah.
Hey.
Lord. Oh yeah, this is fucking fun.
Yeah, y'all look Bush's Lord out. That's not right. Oh shit!
Yourself in the fucking
Oh, you shot himself in the
it didn't get him.
No, it got him.
It got him in the nuts.
it got him.
Wait a minute.
Okay, play it again because I didn't see that.
Okay,
Fuck
so
so
for
what?
sensitive
Jackass.
viewers, this may be. I should have given this little disclaimer up front, but for our sensitive viewers, this may be a little bit too much for you.
First of all,
I gotta get that fish.
Oh, I got hit.
Motherfucker here.
Stupid mug.
yeah.
What did you
It
think
does
was gonna
not
happen?
look like it went to
When
his
did he think was gonna happen?
The fact that it was loaded when he did that
deserved all
shit
of
is
it.
like, what
Well,
the fuck?
Yeah, and the fact that besides that,
Let's watch that again.
you got the gun pointing at you when you do it.
Hey, stupid fuck.
You never. Okay, now I'm former military, as I've mentioned on this show.
Yeah, you felt after that shit.
Do not point a weapon at anything you do not intend to destroy.
Like you're nuts.
His
Like
nuts
you're
are
nut. You
fucked
know.
up right
But
now.
hey, you know what?
Okay, the gun
It's okay.
hit him. The gun went off.
The gun went off and
Oh
he
my
shot
goodness,
himself
I
in
did
the
not hear
nuts.
that.
But you know what? Not only is that
That's
gun
why I was
control,
like the fish did not hit him in the nuts.
not only is that gun control, but that's also birth control right there.
Oh,
Exactly. Takes them out of
Wow.
the gene pool of gene
Wow.
producing.
I mean, he didn't. Yeah.
Why did he already have it
This
loaded?
ignorant ass motherfucker here. Ass.
What the fuck, I got?
Now,
That's what he said.
now for this next one, you know, Ambush, he's a big guy, and that's not what his surgery is about. His surgery is about is officially about his
Oh
knees.
my god.
Why y'all say it like that?
I'm a big guy myself, and so sometimes, you know, we live what's is called the snug life.
The snug life.
This is what's gonna happen when we have money.
Not for me, maybe for you guys.
That's my question. How the fuck do you get in first?
A lot of Crisco.
I'm trying to tell you, if I ever roll up on a big fella with a car like that, I'm like, boy, you know better. My big fella, you shouldn't have bought that car.
But no, he's like, hey, he
wrong?
wanted his what, $2 million fucking Lambo.
What's wrong?
What's wrong?
What you mean? What's wrong?
Get out!
Roll out of
Get
there.
out! Come on,
But how you
man.
gonna get your big ass in there, bro?
First of all, okay, speaking on behalf of the big man,
Yeah.
right? That's our thing, okay?
Hell no.
Squeezing
You're
our asses
telling me
into
you would
situations
get in a car
that
like
we
that.
can't get out of.
So you would get in a car like that.
You goddamn right.
For what?
To fucking do it.
It's a
You
Lambo,
know
man.
You can't make it in it. Why would you even?
Well, he got
try?
it in. He just
Clearly,
Yeah,
he was
but-
in it.
He got
He
no.
drove where he got to. What do you mean?
So you want people to see you struggling getting out of the car that time?
No, you know what they're seeing?
So-
They're
so, okay,
seeing
you have the
he's in a
misconception.
Lambo.
You're,
They're seeing
crazy.
he
you're
is
saying,
in
do
a
I want people to see
Lambo.
me get out of the car and struggle?
You know what?
What kind of question is that?
If I was
Who
him,
wants that?
if I was him,
It
and
doesn't
I
mean
knew-
I'm not gonna throw.
I don't care. Look. I pull up. If I was big as yo and I had a Lambo, and like you don't even have the right to be like, oh man, you struggling to get out your car. They'd be like, at least I can afford that car.
Well,
I'd be
yeah,
like, at
yeah.
least I can get in and out my car.
Oh God, I know.
No, but you ain't never gotta
It's like
get
I
out.
got,
Like
I got.
stuff.
Look, you get in your in-house garage, right?
Yeah.
And then that's it. You drive around
How
town.
long you
You drive around and you go right back.
I get gas.
You can get gas anywhere and bring it.
Well, and
back
that's
to
what
the
he's
car.
doing.
No, no.
He
you
was
know,
getting
that's
gas
what he's
here.
getting.
Look, he's
But
like,
you know what?
He
What
was
I
getting
would've
gas.
No,
said-
he wasn't getting gas. He was getting papers and blunts.
He was getting snacks.
He was trying to show his
That's
ass.
the whole thing.
He was
You
trying
get
to
a
show
car
his
to go
ass
with
He
that
off.
wasn't getting no gas. He
You
was
get a
stopping
car
to
to
get
go to the
wraps.
destination,
And that's
and then
what
you
happened.
gonna get out, and then everybody gonna see you struggling to get
But-
your thick ass out of
Okay,
that car.
let's say that he was just getting gas. If I was that brother
Right,
trying to get, and I knew I was going to have problems getting out of the car to get gas,
right.
I don't give a fuck where I live. I drive that Lambo to New Jersey.
I know Bush ain't
Because
here,
in
but-
New Jersey, they put the gas in for you.
can we
Just
see that one
pull
more
it
They
time?
and
stopped.
fill
You
it
know
up.
what? They stopped that.
Can we see that one more time?
They stopped
Oh, they
that.
did?
Or no, I'm sorry. Not in New. They did
'Cause that
Oregon or
was the law.
something.
That was, well, yeah, maybe Oregon.
But here
I
you
know-
go, babe. Here you
Yeah.
go.
Look at this shit.
Help! Help! Can't get out!
Man, that shit.
Somebody help me!
There you go.
Wow. Yeah, go for it. Fuck it, man. Everybody's looking at.
Or you know what I'd have
funny.
done? I'd have just rolled out of that motherfucker and said, God damn, why did I buy this instead of an SUV, something that sits that close
What it
to
is,
the ground?
right? And the fact that he doesn't have his technique down.
Get your
Only-
Escalade,
he's
you know.
new to this.
Yeah,
you know?
he just bought the car. So,
He should-
you know.
he doesn't know how to use the twist and the grab motion. You know what I mean?
That's it, man.
All right, so
That's what he needs to learn. He needs to learn how to leave the door down
Right.
and get out of it NASCAR style.
Right.
Right through the fucking window.
Right.
Take the steering wheel off the column, put it on the dash, and get out and have that pool bar up on
I don't
the
know if a
roof.
Lambo has that. I don't know if a Lambo has.
Well, if you can afford a Lambo, you can afford to have your
Right.
steering
What's
wheel
good?
changed to come off. Okay.
All right,
next one.
so you know, this is another video that you're looking at it and you gotta say, dude, what the fuck?
Hey. This is a church?
What the fuck is he doing?
That's how he. Lady got the devil in her.
I'm gonna say,
Lady's got the devil in her.
what is this? It's church gymnastics.
You know what though? She's got the moves. You gotta say that about it.
I will say this.
I can't say much.
To anyone who can't see it and can only hear it, there are no black people in this room. So Phil, understand it's all good. It's just not just
that was,
anything wrong.
that was
with that.
another white people and thing.
Bush would say that.
I mean, I heard of people speaking in tongues, but I ain't ever heard of anybody flopping around on the floor
what the fuck
in
was
tongues.
that? Right.
Yellow.
That's my donuts apparently.
Uh-oh.
Wow. So anyway,
Exactly.
Hey.
Exactly, dude.
Exactly. What the fuck?
That was a what the fuck moment.
Well, considering Bank never brought his damn donuts, I don't have to bring my damn donuts.
oh
Fuck
shit.
you.
But you know what? But you know what? That's my bad because I really was I'm out of fucking tone. I'm out of sync right now.
There you go.
He's gonna wait till Bush comes back and
All
brings
right.
donuts.
Yeah, bring
I
his
really
fractured
did, I
fruit
really
and
did
all that.
forget. I mean, you know, like I said,
I need one
really
of those. I
gotta,
just need to go get my
I fucked that
bottle.
up. I'm sorry.
So I really don't. I shouldn't be announcing this. Is really kind of Bush's. No. Oh, I mean, we're still on videos. I shouldn't really be introing this video because
alright.
this is Bush's special thing. This is him looking at what white people do, and it's just like, you know, how do you do what you do? So this is white peopling.
Okay. Y'all look at this.
Yeah, because
Y'all
us
good
white
at this?
people do some fucked up shit.
Yeah.
I can admit it.
Lord.
Oh yeah, I love this one.
Why do you think? Hold on. I literally just said this to my girl last night. Why do people think you can ride Harley Davidsons or classic rides like that, like it's a dirt bike, like nothing's gonna happen?
Because
Well,
Knievel used to
The
do
shock
it.
hasn't even given
Yeah,
up.
Knievel used to, but Knievel also studied how fast he needed to go because
And
obviously.
you trying to tell me he ain't put no shocks or nothing on that mug?
Oh, he did, but he
Yeah.
still
He
he
tried to
studied
jump the
how
Grand
fast he
Canyon.
needed to go, so it's space. Because obviously he way overshot that ramp.
Well, and you gotta figure too, all the Harleys that Evel Knievel did
We're specially modified, yeah.
yeah, they weren't street ready like that.
No,
You know?
this was just a. Oh look, I can make that jump.
No, this ain't fucking.
No, you can't.
Stupid motherfucker.
Yeah. I was like,
And what really fucked him is he came down flat.
Yeah,
If he at least would have come down on the back wheel,
I mean he was
have
still
been a lot
got.
better. He would've
No,
like-
he still would have ate shit.
like legit. We was watching Purple Rain yesterday, and Prince riding all through the woods.
Oh,
and
yeah, on that-
all that. What was
on
that?
that street, but it was a
Yeah,
Kawasaki or
Yeah,
something. wasn't it?
yeah.
It wasn't a
but
Harley
it's just
or
like,
nothing.
but it's just still like styled for not going off road and doing whatever
and
you
he
want.
takes it down
That's
to
all like, how's
the
he-
banks of the
Oh,
creek
yeah,
and all
yeah.
that shit.
To Lake, what's it called? Lake Minnetonka or something.
Yeah.
That's all Hollywood magic right there.
Hell yeah. Like, nah, you can't just be riding bikes like
And he
that.
was-
Like it's a
and-
dirt bike or something.
The whole time in his 8-inch stilettos.
Bank, what you over there grinning about?
I'm actually
Watching
I
porn?
got gas.
Oh.
I'm fighting it, and I'm just thinking about what's gonna happen if it comes out.
Hey, the last show that we had, somebody did fart and it did catch it.
Hold on.
Word
What?
for real?
What?
Yeah.
Where?
Who was it?
Hold on, what?
Wow.
Well, you know what they say, whoever smelt it dealt it.
I
so
didn't
whoever,
how
so
did I smell it if I
I was
heard
going to
it?
say,
What
so
did you say,
whoever
Rob?
heard it purged it. So that
Oh,
was you.
whatever.
That's right.
Ashley Ryan up in here shitting in the building.
That was not me.
So us here at
Okay.
Ambush the Show do not advocate illicit drug use
That's right.
because
We say no to
sometimes you do have some high times.
What?
Hi,
That's right, Jay.
Hey.
oh,
Now this is going to be a two-parter.
What? What? Oh shit.
Is he just having a good time?
Shooting
or-
that shit. Fucking that's that dope. I mean
Oh
PCP.
my God.
Oh, I know PCP when I see it, brother.
Hold
I was
on.
going to say, he looked like he's been smoking some greens, man. Brother out there smoking greens, he's going to beat the ground with a
You
belt.
had a good
This
time.
dude took a
Yeah.
ride on the Love Boat. You dig?
That's a ride you don't want to take.
Oh shit.
What is he saying though?
Do you know what? It doesn't even really
He's
matter.
about to
He
get
said,
naked. I know that.
he said, I
Yes,
don't
it
need
does
these
matter.
If
motherfuckers.
he's
He said,
as
I
high
don't
as
need
I
these
think he
motherfucking pants.
If he's as high as I think he is, he's gonna be naked in like no time.
That's what he's doing. He's getting down to it, man. And that's the only thing I don't
Oh,
understand. Why does every motherfucker that does PCP end up naked?
How do you know it was PCP though that he's on?
You can tell.
Oh, what else?
And then here's the conclusion to that video.
It could be something else. What do you think it's on?
See?
There
it
go the
is.
pants.
There
I
it goes.
named it.
Uh-huh.
That's the
PCP.
PCP move, baby.
That's it.
That's
Nakedness.
PCP.
I mean,
You
hey,
guys
man.
know that Spice can also do that as well,
sometimes you
right?
just gotta take your
That's
drugs.
not
You know what I mean?
PCP.
Spice will do it.
I
to
mean,
you.
look, it looks like it's hot outside, you know,
That's
so
Spice to tear your ass
Yeah,
up.
he's just trying to cool down.
No spicy.
No, that Spice will have you butt naked too, boy. You ride around in your car butt naked on that Spice.
All I know
Oh,
I've seen
is
it.
one of my best friends. One of my best
Have you had
friends growing
No,
up.
I've seen it. I said I've seen it.
One of my best friends growing up used to love smoking PCP. And the
Oh
reason
my
why I know
God.
about the naked thing,
He used to be naked all the time, right?
shit, he got all fucked up one night on a Friday night.
Jump, pull your pants up for Christ's sake.
3 o'clock in the morning.
Goodness.
3 o'clock in the morning, he walks over next door to a good friend of ours' mom who lived next door to him in the neighborhood.
Right.
3 o'clock in the morning, buck fucking naked, knocks on the door and says, Mrs. So-and-so, you want to buy some greens? She's like, boy, you better,
put your pants back
you
on.
better go
Put your
home.
pants on,
Waking me
boy.
up at 3 o'clock in the morning. Another time, he gets
Hey,
all,
let's see that. No, let's not see that.
he gets all,
I
fucked
think we got the gist of that video, right?
up. Okay, yeah, I know you're cutting me off. That's fine.
No, I'm not recording. I'm just saying, it's like, yeah,
I
we
don't
don't
know
need
if
to
it was
see that one
PCP
again.
Okay, what do we got
I mean,
next?
it doesn't really matter exactly what it was. He was
On
high
some-
off his tits, so that's, you know.
Yeah. He wasn't just drinking wild turkey and coke.
And Bush, again, this is one where I need your soundboard right here next to me because you definitely would be giving me the that's racist one for just one ride. That's all this guy wanted. He just wanted one ride.
yeah. That's all. Just one.
Just one ride, man. No!
That's racist. There, I did it for you because that's the best I could do. Sorry.
Oh, yeah, this motherfucker. I remember this one.
Oh yeah,
I used to ride these when I was little.
I gotta tell you, they don't build them like that anymore.
Look, he really thinks he's out there for 8 seconds. Had the hat off. Yeah! Come on, Paco!
Fuck it.
That's racist.
Yeah, well, Poppy said fuck it, man.
Maybe,
Now, if I'm walking
maybe he was on PCP.
If I walk at the grocery store and see that, I'm like, man, you don't get your big ass about that thing.
I thought they took those all away now. I really haven't seen those besides like the mall.
So what?
But I've only seen those at the mall.
Poppy wants to ride. I know that.
Yeah, man.
I don't know. Maybe he found one on eBay and it's like, I'm gonna ride this shit.
Look at Poppy needs.
Hey man, he's having a good time though. He's having a good time.
After like 6 Coronas.
Let him alone. He's having a good time, man.
He got a sick one. The stomach I'm talking about. So where we at?
Oh man, where were we at? Oh, okay. You know, you should always respect your elders, right?
Always.
You know, always respect your elders.
Well,
Well,
I keep telling you people.
Yeah, everybody needs to
and we
respect
keep
each
telling
other.
you 55 is not old.
You always say it is.
Yes,
You're
well,
only
no.
55? I
Yeah.
thought you were younger than that.
No. See?
But I mean, like,
Really?
that's not
I
old.
look
swear-
at you and I
swear-
see 70.
Hey, could be my parents.
Thank you.
I didn't think
Thank
you were
you.
50. I swore like maybe like 45.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that.
That's a really
I'm so serious. though.
ragged looking old 45, man. I'll tell you what.
Hey, man, I've been through a lot of shit.
Do I? So then what? Well, I look like I'm
Facts.
13 or something? Come on, man.
I don't know. I thought I would say 40.
Anyways,
I honestly
40.
thought Bank was the oldest one in here.
Say what?
I'll just fuck with you,
Say
guys.
what now?
I had to flip the script
I
one
am the
time.
oldest.
Bush is the
Well,
oldest
me,
one.
and, me and Bank are the same age. We
we
went
were
to
the same-
elementary school together.
I was just born a couple of months before Joe.
Really?
Yeah, man. We went to the same school in Queens.
So you
The
guys were
point of the
classmates?
matter, the point of
PS 81.
That's right.
So you guys were
118.
classmates?
Yes,
Like,
man.
hey, on.
We got class pictures together.
That's it.
I'm dead serious.
Were your lockers next to each other?
No.
No.
but You gotta be smart ass. See that? See that, Joe? See how
I
I do
know.
this?
I know.
Yeah, you don't gotta be an asshole about
What's Joey D's last name? They went by your last
D's
names, the
nuts.
names, right?
No,
That's
we
how they
didn't.
did at my
That's
school.
how they did it in our school. It was
Oh.
different. We were in Queens.
Yo, Ryan.
It was different.
Ah,
Queens.
okay,
Ryan.
okay.
Yeah.
Y'all didn't have a locker.
No, we had a
It's
locker.
not that we didn't have lockers, it's that we didn't have to call each other by our last names. You know?
The way you got your locker in Queens, you just went up to some motherfucker. You
Thank
said,
you.
"That's my fucking locker now, bitch.
Yeah.
You got to take that one down there."
Yeah.
And that was how it was done.
So anyway, back to the show.
Back to
So, like I said, you need to respect your elders because just because they're old in age does not mean they're old in spirit. This is Jerry Action.
Lord. Oh yeah.
Damn!
Ooh, Pop, put him down. Get him, Pop.
Damn.
Look at that. That guy said, "No, I'm
I
done."
said, nah, I ain't fuck with Shoulder One.
Wow.
Because he probably got
Yo,
the
run that
talking
back.
shit. He probably got in the gym talking
Run
that
that
shit.
back.
That's probably what it was. He probably
He
got
was like, no, you can't.
And like this
whoop your ass."
this little young whippersnapper, guess what's gonna happen to him?
Boop, boop.
Ooh, got a school, Pop.
That, right, that left hook. That
Wow.
left hook. Yeah, it was something serious.
Ooh, go. He said, "No mas, no mas."
That's racist!
Yo, I like how he got
He got
underneath.
his ass
You
whooped.
see how he got underneath
Uh-huh.
it? That right?
Hell yeah.
Man.
That's not old. That's experience.
Exactly.
Oh!
Dropped his ass.
Woo!
1, 2, drop.
His arms.
Yo, every
He's
scream-
got some stiff arms. Oh wow.
It's like, I'm gonna get you. What? Oh!
Yeah.
All right, come on, cut. No, Roy, I'm out. Get me out of here. Get me out of here with this guy.
I said I had enough.
I mean, them shit's a right on.
Hell yeah. Connecting.
There was a right on. Damn.
You could just tell his arms were so strong.
Who wants to get
Who
beat
was
like
like-
that? That's
I mean,
no fun.
you know,
Yeah,
you look at him.
That,
He's not that big. He's not that big, but he hits like a brick.
I mean, he's big enough.
Fuck the haymakers, yo.
And,
He's big. He's plenty big.
and the old guy was laughing as he walked away. And you know what? The worst thing is, every time that guy walks back in the gym, everybody's gonna say, "There's the motherfucker that got his ass whooped by the
I'm
old
about it.
man."
Yeah, right.
See that old man in the corner handing out towels? He whooped this motherfucker's ass.
That's right. That guy's a survivor. Huh?
All right.
So,
what do we got next?
Sometimes at I don't know this because I don't follow sports, but I'm just trying to set this up. So sometimes at basketball games, at halftime they kind of do little contests and all that.
Do they do that?
They sometimes do little shows and all that.
Really?
Here's what happens when one goes pretty bad and you get a bit of an alley oops.
Alley-oop.
Dance with me, please.
Oh shit!
Wow.
Wow, you lucky you was skinny, man.
Now here's my question. So I know that
that hurt like a motherfucker.
Oh, yeah.
like okay, so he made the basket. That's 2 points. How many points is it for him to go through the basket?
I don't know
It's
about
called
that shit,
basketball, not human ball.
man. I know one thing.
You know what I'd
Don't
like?
make sense.
You know what I'd like to see though? I'd like to see the dude that was trying to get out of Lamborghini go through his fucking
He could have broke his neck, yo.
You'd have to have like 20 trampolines to get that guy up there. Come on, man.
He did
hurt
that
like a
trampoline, it just would have went to the ground. Boom. And the other part is the other dude came right behind him, didn't even wait.
Damn.
Well, I mean, he was already
yeah,
in
he
full
was already-
motion.
yeah,
he was
probably
in
by the
full
time-
motion. He couldn't stop.
Yeah, by the time that guy hit the trampoline. the
But
other
you know
dude was
what?
already
He
there.
got out of the way, and the other guy was still able to sink it.
There you go.
Wow.
That was fucking funny.
All right, so man, we burned through these videos a little bit too fast, guys.
Yeah, that's why I was trying to get you slowed down, but you just took it straight on over.
Okay.
Yo, I love this shit. I live for this shit. Let me tell you guys at home, I've been sitting all week. in a
I've been
fucking
praying to
closet,
Jesus
waiting
all
on this
night long.
moment. I knew
and
that
this just
I would never be
happens.
let down. A moment like
It just
this,
sucks.
in time,
I love it.
cherish it.
It's
Okay, so anyway,
Well, we never stay on the rails anyway, so what the fuck? Who cares?
so
Right.
we've got one more video, and of course, every week we have what's called the L Award. Although last week's video, I actually consider that more of a W award because that was all a win.
Yeah.
The two midgets rapping. I mean, that was a win.
Yeah, that was funny.
But this one definitely deserves the
Yeah.
L Award.
Yep. Okay. Oh shit! Yeah.
Excuse me, sir.
I'll
Sir.
fuck you up, Bernie.
Excuse me, sir. No, sir. Sir, I just want to get through, sir. Sir. Sir, can okay.
This motherfucker looks at me one more time.
Like, go ahead,
Sir.
I'll
Sir.
fuck him up.
Sir, I just come on, sir.
Come on,
I
get out of
just
my
want to
way.
get look, I want to get some punch, alright, sir? Let me through, sir. Sir. You're an asshole. I'll fuck you up, sir.
I'm waiting for him to punch the mirror. I fucking took that son of a bitch out.
Sir. Sir.
Then the girl pulls him away. You're talking
No,
to
I'm gonna
yourself.
get through this, asshole. Don't pull me
He
off.
has about it though. And he's
I gotta
like,
get over to
"Motherfucker,"
those chips.
You know.
Alright, fuck it, I'll go around.
Just go
walked
around.
away.
Like you're lucky.
I'll just
you
go
know?
around. Fuck 'em.
I mean, how fucked
come
up do
across
you
you
have
next
to be?
That fucked up. Listen here. I don't know who you are, but you look a lot like me. You wear the same shirt I got on. Get the fuck out of my way.
It's like, yeah, not only you in my way, but you're wearing my
He
fucking
didn't notice
clothes.
the lady she bent down right next to him, and the other lady went down too.
Nah, I didn't even see that.
Oh my god.
I like when he tries to push him out of the way.
Yeah, I love that shit.
Get out of my way, jackass. I just want to get a chip. I just want to get a fucking chip.
Wow.
Who invited this guy?
That guy definitely deserves the L on this one.
Come on, let's Let's get you something else to drink.
I'm talking about the guy who won't get out of the way. Fuck that.
Alright, I guess I'll go around. This son of a bitch won't let me. If he's there when I get back.
Wow.
I'm gonna
Nice.
fuck him up. I'm gonna fuck him up like this.
Did he not realize that he didn't touch skin? He touched a mirror?
That's how fucked
I mean, that's how fucked up he was. I mean, what can you say?
Help me. And we're back.
What it is, what it smell like. Dig it.
Hey, look, I got a question.
What it is.
Go ahead, ask it.
I may have an
Because
answer.
we got a little bit of time to kill.
People that cheat
Cheat how?
in relationships.
Oh,
Okay.
I don't know if you were talking about, like, go ahead, finish your question.
This is a great topic.
This is a wonderful topic.
For the people that cheat, is it wrong if the person who they cheated on stays with them or leaves?
Whoa.
Which is right or wrong? Like, is there right or wrong for that?
It depends on the situation and it depends on what the individual has done. Communication is very, 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 very important in a relationship. If you still love for that person, then why not, yes, try to work it out. But if you do not, then why be with that person? Right?
Well, so does that
So
mean
what do you
that?
think?
Well, does that mean that there's no limit to the situation? Meaning, no matter what, no matter how he did it, it doesn't matter. It can be forgiven.
Well, I mean, it depends.
I don't know,
honestly.
once a cheater, always a cheater. Fuck him.
No, that's not correct. That
Facts.
is not
All
correct.
right, here's the way I'm gonna put it.
I don't want to agree.
Here's the way I'm gonna put it. It's just like this. If you in a relationship and it's either someone cheats on you or you cheat on them, in my view, if you stay with that person, it's bound to happen again.
Right.
If you
That's
have,
what I'm
if say me and you are dating,
Well, I
and
don't
listen,
disagree.
listen. Like, say you and me are dating, and you cheat on me, or if you cheat on me, personally, this is just my personal view. I can't stay with you because
It broke
you
that-
already.
I don't
No. It's not even about the trust. It's
I
about the
don't-
hold on. It's not even about the trust. It's the fact that like you did it one time.
Right.
I obviously
So the
wasn't up to
loyalty
your
has
potential.
gone,
I
and the
obviously
trust
wasn't
is
up to your standards or up to what you wanted for you to go out of your way and find something else that you wanted. So what makes me think that you won't do it again?
Right. I don't disagree.
Because you say it.
But see, listen. Let's also not forget the fact that we cheat for different reasons.
I was getting ready to say,
I feel like most men cheat
you know,
because their dick has an opportunity. I think women cheat when they are hurt and they have someone who they're interested in who's available. Or
So, love,
who
I'm
they
gonna
can
be
get-
honest
who
here,
they can
guys.
touch.
Saying the vagina.
I'm gonna be
doesn't have
honest
an
because this
opportunity.
is where I get
Yeah.
my
Well, I'm not
opinion.
saying.
Because I was in a relationship for a very long time with a guy. Then I got into that ended, and then I got into a relationship with another guy. Well, we just started a relationship. Well, ends meet. I ended up having sex with another guy.
So you
well,
cheated.
I did.
So you're a cheater.
I did. But listen, shut up. I went and I told the guy that I was getting ready, to be in a relationship. He's such an asshole. Okay?
You like that word, right?
I went and I told him. I was honest with him because I hurt myself as well. And I thought I loved the other guy. But this is a very, very hard topic. That's why I was saying I don't disagree with you guys, because if I was in a relationship and I cheated 2 years down the line, you guys are so laughing. Oh my god.
Well, I mean,
Whatever.
No,
Fuck you
alright.
guys.
So I watch cheaters all the time, right? Like, I don't know if you guys
You're a
know.
fucking
on late night,
cheater.
no, I watch cheaters on a late night all the time. It's one of the greatest shows on television.
I'm trying to tell my story and you're
No, I'm sorry.
No, no. Go ahead.
No, I'm
It's
listening to
done.
your story. I'm just saying.
Totally
is that,
done.
But I understand what you're saying. It's just that I mean, I'm not judging you. People cheat. It's whatever. But I'm just saying.
There's different reasons.
The person
why.
who stays, right?
Yeah.
Are they like Boo Boo the Fool for staying?
Somewhat in a way.
Yeah.
Because let me tell you an example.
It depends on the
Well-
type of relationship you have.
Nah,
I'm about to
that.
physically like y'all are gonna be like, whoa. So there's this couple that I know of, right? And they were out with a group of friends one night or whatever. And they come back and they live with each other, right? And they go back to the crib, whatever, and dude goes to the bathroom, leaves his phone. Listen. Leaves his phone on the bed, and leaves his phone on the bed. Girl
shouldn't go through
girl,
your man's
but look,
phone.
here's what it is.
Absolutely
a
not.
A girl hits my man's phone or whatever, and it's just like, are you at home or whatever? So go ahead, shorty gonna open it. It's 2:30 in the morning. You with your girl? He's like, yo, you up? What, you gonna sneak out the house? It's 2 o'clock in the morning and out of y'all been drinking.
Right.
And she gonna expect for y'all to do something when she get back to the crib.
Right.
So what you gonna do? Sneak out the crib? But shorty stayed with him after that. But it's just like, yo, you physically like proof in the pudding. Like, it's just like right there. Like you physically have seen it happen.
Have you guys ever had an open relationship? I want to ask you that question. Have you
Nope.
guys ever had an open
I wouldn't
relationship?
say it's
Nope.
been open, but I mean,
What's an
it's
open relationship?
definitely like, yeah. Explain your
Because everyone's definition is different.
Open relationship.
Okay,
is.
so to me, an open relationship is, you're still with a partner, but that partner also allows you to do whatever you're allowed to
No.
do, as long as the other person is
No.
allowed to do whatever they do. As long as you guys communicate together and you guys talk. Hey, it might even just be a threesome with somebody. You know what I mean?
No.
As long as you guys,
Hey, I can
because
dig it.
that's
I mean, yeah.
because
Any man can
because
dig it.
Have
you
I
know,
been that
it's
lucky?
different
No.
feelings. That's what
But I
I'm
can dig
saying.
it.
People, there's a lot of people that are different, but nowadays that's what you're starting to see because these different people, it's their feelings.
Is
I'm
that
born
what-
in the
Each
60s.
person
honey.
has a different feeling, and they're
I'm
they're
born in the
affecting it. But
60s. Okay. When you're born in the 60s, you know what I mean?
I'm not
You're
born.
what you call a prude.
a prude.
So,
Isn't that right, Jody?
Smile.
As it, you know how us old guys are, man.
So Rachel says, I feel like if you stay, they feel like, oh,
Yeah.
I can do it again and just be
Yes.
more
Yes.
careful.
Yes.
Trust is
Gone.
gone.
Amen.
That's all
And
I'm
I
saying,
don't
yo.
disagree.
The key word, trust.
Trust is gone.
Woo! Big word right there.
Because if somebody does that to you, how could you, like you said, stay with them? Because, I know me, if it happened, well, it did happen to me once before, but I didn't really know until it was kind of late, and then things ended. But I would be like, if they told me and I found out, and there's like, oh, well, I'm sorry, I want to be with you, and blah, blah, blah. Anytime we went somewhere, I'd be like, well, is that another dude you want to scheme on while we're out here?
Yeah.
Or oh, well, I'm going out with the girls tonight to go to the movies. What's the girl's name? Jimmy?
Right.
I mean,
Yeah, I've literally seen.
what movie you going to see? The inside of apartment 1B? What the fuck?
I've literally witnessed so much stuff like between like other people and other couples and all that to where it made my trust go like down for anybody.
It's hard to trust.
Now it's like
Trust
when
is very hard.
you see if you see somebody who and you know they got a boyfriend or a girlfriend or whatever, it just makes me, and then you see them like messing around whatever or doing this, that, and the third. It literally makes my trust go down for a lot of things. Not even just the relationship part. It's just like wow, like you're supposed to be down for this person now, like, and it's just
people
like
ain't
so.
shit.
And it's something that if it's
But
someone like
see,
I'm really close to,
For
like
instance, in my aspect, this started in the beginning of a relationship for something else. So, like you said, it was a different reason for me. But I don't disagree with you guys.
You know, you got people that walk around and believe that they don't owe you shit. You know,
Right.
it's
Yep.
it's my world. It's a dog eat dog world. I'm trying to win, and yes, I will fuck your lady, and I will fuck your lady too. And hell, there's guys out there that'll fuck your man. You know what I mean? I'm not one of those guys.
Hello.
I'm just saying, not that there's anything wrong with that. Oh,
How are you guys?
What up?
Come in.
What's up, what's up?
Peace and blessings.
Yes.
What's good?
we over here discussing people in relationships.
Yes.
Cheers.
Relationships.
And people who stay in the relationship thereafter. It's really something.
We were getting deep.
But how about from the different aspect today? Because I've seen it out at the bars before
Please come,
when I
have a
used
seat,
to
relax.
when I used to work with bands and all, doing
Yeah.
sound and stuff. You see 3 people walking together, guy and a girl together, basically boyfriend and girlfriend, and then some other guy or whatever is like a third wheel.
Right.
And he knows that his boy is with this girl, their girlfriend and boyfriend, husband and wife. But the whole time they're together, he's constantly trying to scheme on the chick and get her away from the guy that's supposed to be his friend.
Wow.
I mean, I've seen that a lot of times at bars.
That's dirty.
And then the worst part is I've also seen a lot of times where the girl goes with it.
Absolutely.
You know? So that means she ain't no better than the guy
It's a dog eat
screwing over
dog
his
world,
friend.
man. There's plenty of women, man, who you know, they're faithful until they meet that one dude, man. And that one dude, he cracks the Pandora's box, and it's a done deal. He's long stroking your lady, brother.
Or he just plants that seed of doubt in her head.
This is a very tough topic.
No, you stop.
What's next? What's next?
You have to single,
I know. What? Really?
Yeah, when you're single, you sleep so good at night. Let me just tell you. You be like,
I
you don't.
I mean, I do the same
Are you
thing.
single?
You're not wrong.
Anchor, are you saying you're single?
Bang.
Yeah, I know,
Your,
like-
your man's Jones said the same thing before.
I bet. I mean, like, let me explain. Like, it's different when you live with someone than when you have a relationship with someone you don't live with. I'm speaking as far as the aspect of having a relationship with someone who
I've
you
had a
don't live with.
relationship with somebody and then after broke up with them and still lived with them.
Yeah, I can dig it. I mean, you know, you gotta do whatever works for you. There's nothing wrong
You
with
know
that.
what I mean? Sometimes being in a relationship, in a relationship, you can't work out, you know? Or sometimes there's something that happened in that relationship that caused you to do that. And then that makes you two to see how strong you are to fix what happened.
This is true.
See what I mean? Communication, working out.
Communication
And why would you
is key.
quit? Why are you in the relationship anyways if you quit? You always have struggles and there's always downfalls and you always need to work and
Some
climb to
people
be
weak.
stronger.
Some people weak. Some people wait for that
You're
opportunity.
right.
Some people
You're
like
right.
it's like, but some people stay in relationships because they're bored and are afraid to be alone. So they
Right.
kind of wait for that opportunity, or it's like not even about cheating or like being unloyal or whatever. Some people wait for the opportunity so they can just be like they get the opportunity to leave and go do what the hell they want because they're weak and they don't want to try and fix the problem. You know what I mean?
Right, exactly.
So.
Exactly. I agree.
You guys are something else.
Ooh, you brought up
No,
the
Becky,
topic
you
there.
are something else.
Nah, I'm just curious, you know.
He's just posing a question.
That was a good one.
I wouldn't cheat. I don't advocate
He turned the music
people,
on.
you know,
Very
that shit'll
nice.
get you killed, man. I've seen people jumping out of windows. I've seen people trying to jump in windows.
Is this in New York?
No, this is here in fucking crazy ass Baltimore.
That shit happens anywhere.
happened
Come
to
on,
you.
man.
No, look, I'm living in a basement apartment at the time, right?
Right.
And I'm looking out. I'm in my bed, right? I'm watching TV, and I'm seeing these fucking feet at the fucking window, right? And they fucking keep,
Just
they keep
hanging
fucking
down.
disappearing, right? So I grab my piece, and I walk out, because I'm like, whatever.
What the fuck?
And I get outside, and I look. This motherfucker's holding on to the ledge of the apartment, the window sill of the apartment above me, right? It's his baby's mother. She's up in there with a dude, and he's trying to fucking get himself up so he
They
can
can
pull himself
see.
through the fucking window.
Oh my
You sick
goodness.
motherfucker.
Yeah,
What are you
that's fucked
doing?
up. That's fucked. What are you gonna do when you
He's
get
trying
in
to get
there?
his peenie.
Just go
Beanie
home,
wax.
man. It's over. It's over.
Take the L.
Damn.
It hurts, I guess.
Where's that video? We'll put that for the L award.
Nobody
Right.
wins them all, right? I'm sure.
No?
No, you're right.
I imagine everybody in the world has been cheated on at some point in time.
Yeah.
And if you don't
It's not
think
a
you
good
have,
feeling.
it's still happening right now, probably. You're a dumbass.
Bank, what are you trying to say?
I'm single.
What you trying to say, Bank?
I'm just saying.
What are you trying to say, Bank?
And you go home and it's,
Guessing
hi
anyway.
baby, I missed you today. How was work? Oh, it was okay.
Yeah.
I called, you weren't there. Where the fuck were you at? Bitch, you weren't at work.
No, you-
I was never like that in a relationship. I never called and said, where are you at? What are you doing? As long as I know that you're safe and you're fine, go do what you want to do.
Oh yeah, we don't do that shit. I wish Hannah would. Basically,
Don't do what
when
you want
say
to do.
that.
Be honest with me as well as I'm going to be honest with you. That's it.
So you think if your man is let's just say you two are together, right, in a relationship, you and Jay. So
Okay.
Jay goes to work regular day,
Right.
and there's a new employee, and they say, listen, you're gonna be working with Mr. Hackett today, and da 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 da. So he's just like, okay, whatever. So we're gonna go through some things. He's just showing her around, and
Her?
Yeah.
Did you said her? Okay.
Yeah, right. She's showing her around, right? And so he's like, this is where we go over here for our lunch break, right? So he goes into the lunch break room.
Here's our supply closet.
She pushes him up against the wall. He's like, hey, what you doing? She's like, listen, I know you don't know me, but this is what I do, right? And next thing you know, she goes right, and next thing you know, she starts giving him some fellatios.
Is that like spaghetti?
You know what?
Like, this sounds like a dream or something. Come on, man.
I know.
This shit don't happen.
It does. I swear to God,
This sounds like a dream you had
Yes.
last night.
You know what it sounds like?
Yeah.
You had Pornhub open again when you fell asleep, didn't you?
this happens. This is
Yeah,
a real
this happens on Pornhub, dude.
This is real world.
We was like, oh no.
Yes,
What are you doing? I'm trying to tell you, man. You guys
What's
don't
happening?
believe me, man. This is
That's what
real
he's got
stuff.
on the laptop now. He's
It's
got
not
Pornhub,
real.
and it's a guy and a girl in the break
Is that what
room.
it is right there?
No, but listen.
Tell
It's
the
like, hey, I
story
got this
about the
pizza for you.
picture.
What are we gonna do about this? I got extra Italian
She's
sausage.
giving him
Wow.
She
fellatio,
goes,
right?
I wanted that pepperoni.
But he stops her and he's like, yo, no, you can't. I can't let you do this, right? And he stops her mid fellatio.
Okay.
In mid-fellatio.
Why is his
Yeah.
pants down anyways? If he was a strong individual, he would have said no.
No, she's strong. She's real strong.
No, not her. Oh, she's strong.
She's
She's
physically-
basically raped him.
She's fucking
And
Quasimodo.
she's got it-
Okay.
She's got
you know,
it in her
as
mouth.
long as
And
he would
she
come
took
back
it.
and tell me that
No,
he got
He's
raped.
coming home and he's gonna tell you.
Oh, please. You're gonna say, oh,
I
yeah,
hope-
this woman raped me. Like,
I hope he would come back and be like, "Hey, I got raped." I was like, "Okay, we're calling the police."
Now,
What the fuck?
and then
and then he gets arrested.
now, if he happens to get raped,
Why
say-
would he get arrested
Now, wait.
if he's the one that
So
got
you
raped?
can accept that. It's okay.
She was
Now,
sucking
what happens
his
if he's
dick, not
getting raped
him
maybe
sucking
3 or 4
hers.
times a week? What if she's raping him like 3 or 4 times a week?
Oh, you're
Hold
just
up,
adding all
yeah,
these
yeah,
things in.
3 or 4 times a week. You can't be like, not again. No.
The only
But,
problem.
we got, hold on.
Jay's
Next
like,
time,
Jay's walking like,
you know
so
what
he'll
I'm
go
gonna
to
tell him? You better make
lounge
that
room.
bitch pay you.
I'm telling
All right,
you, Jay, I couldn't do
that's
nothing about it.
you better tell her and make sure she pays you every time she sucks your thing.
Oh, that's another thing.
And when
How
you
about
go
that,
to
huh? Would you
when
do
you
it?
go to file that report with the police that Jay got raped by this girl, after the cops stop laughing and start trying to write that info.
Wow.
Oh, you got raped.
Wow.
Yeah, right. Okay. How was it? What did she do?
I
And
mean,
that's the problem with the world.
it's like, how
That's
was
the
it?
problem.
Well, 4 out of 10.
And that's the problem with the world. I just saw something where, matter of fact, Katy Perry.
Huh?
She's y'all. See, I don't know if y'all tuned into the new American Idol.
Oh
or not.
yeah, I heard about that.
She kissed this dude when he wasn't expecting it, and then she turned around and grabbed some dude's ass.
Yeah.
But if a male actor or
Oh, yeah.
artist were to do it, it'd be this whole controversy.
Yep,
He would
it'd be all
pulled
over
off
the
the
place.
show. American Idol wouldn't miss shown for 2 weeks.
Yep.
And that's what's really crazy and
Yeah.
wild about just
Yeah,
the world.
because I
Just like
heard-
hold on, just like it's, but that goes along like to where you go back to like these teachers, when you go
Schools.
Miss Allen accident got with this 14-year-old boy.
That's right.
Yeah, and then it's just like you
Accidentally.
hear about it for
But
a little
that's
bit, then it dies
disgusting.
down.
That's right.
But then you hear about Mr. Clifton that touched about 5 kids in his room, and it's just like this big allegation. But it's
That's
just
right.
but it's just like when women do that sexual conduct thing, it gets talked about for a little bit and dies down. But when a male does it, it's like World War III.
Right.
And it's like it's just an allegation
Yeah.
in the court of public opinion. You're already fucking guilty
Yeah.
before any evidence comes out. Oh, he did.
Exactly.
Like you said, if that had been Lionel Richie
Yeah.
on American Idol, and some young girl came on and said, "Well, you know, I'm saving myself for marriage. I've never even kissed a guy like that guy did."
Yeah.
And then he went over and gave her a kiss. Like you said, by the end of
Yeah.
that show, he'd have been gone.
Yeah.
They
Exactly.
took him in a room. They said, "Look, man, we can't have this.
Hell yeah.
You got to go."
Whatever the station was, been
Yeah.
trying to sue him and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Like when Justin Timberlake pulled out J-Lo, Janet
Not
Jackson
J-Lo.
City.
Janet
ABC
Jackson's.
tried to shut him down. All the news channels tried
Ray Shaw,
physically
come on.
Didn't he just do the
physically
last
tried
one?
to sue him.
He
Yeah,
just
but
did
they
the
brought
last
him
one.
back because
Yeah.
it was like it was
Not-
something. It was something to do with that
Guilty
to
all
where
the
it
time.
tied in and would have bring in a bunch of viewers. So
I
that's
bet
the
you
reason why
Janet
they blew
wasn't
it back.
back with him.
Rachel,
Yeah.
okay, hold up. I need Rachel, not all the time. Not all the time.
What's Rachel said?
She said men are
No,
guilty.
she is
all the
absolutely
time.
correct.
No.
And it's so funny
Guilty all
because
the
you guys
time.
try to
Get the fuck
hide
outta
it.
here.
Why hide it? Be
Not all men
honest.
are the same.
Are you
I
kidding
know,
me?
but still, you guys are just, oh my gosh, it's ridiculous.
I'm not saying you're wrong most of the time, but all the time.
Men
no.
die at a younger age than women. Do you know this?
So?
Naturally. Do you know why? Because you spend your whole lives trying to kill us. That's why.
And you guys
we
are
get
always
tired
trying to
of
get
fighting.
back in the
We
pussy.
get
So come on
tired
now.
of fighting to live. That's why we have heart attacks. Like our heart's like fuck it, you know. Tired of this shit.
I'm out.
And that's it. You lay down. It's like you ever see like a dog when he's dying? He goes find like a spot behind the couch somewhere. He's like fucking sad face.
Yep.
Yeah, what
Walks
the fuck
off.
you doing back there?
Walks off into
And
the
he's back
woods.
there to die. That's how you be looking. That's how relationships to do you. All right, so listen.
We want to take a quick break?
Want to take a break?
Absolutely. So
No,
we're
I
gonna
want to
take
keep
a-
going.
I think maybe we can keep going.
All right,
Nah,
actually, Rochelle, that's a good percentage. I'll give you that.
Yes. I agree with
She's
Rochelle.
99.99999% of the time.
I know
All right,
women
I'll
that
give
cheat
I'll give
with
you that
dudes'
percentage.
brothers. How do
I'll give you that percentage.
I've seen women cheat with people's brothers. Like, you know what I mean?
Well,
Like,
let me
all
ask
that
you-
shit, man.
Let me ask another
I've seen
question.
daughters fuck their mother's boyfriends,
Yeah, West Virginia, mom and dads and sisters
uncles and nieces and all
yeah,
kind of
that's
shit.
just-
And I mean,
yeah,
they're cool with it.
Absolutely not.
You know what I mean? They having uncle nephews and shit. What the fuck is going on out in West VA?
Well,
All of a sudden,
then
somebody
from-
becomes their own grandpa.
That's it.
Oh my god.
From the other,
I got love for West VA. What up, y'all?
from the other aspect to that.
Friends of the
Hey,
show.
man, whatever works, you know.
Friends of the show.
From the other aspect to that, when you say, men 99% of the time, blah, 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 blah. Well, how come, like, when it happens and there's somebody, like, either that's in TV or entertainment or a politician or whatever, when it happens, how come you never hear anything when it first happens? And then 20 fucking years later, all of a sudden...
Because money has been
Yeah.
exchanged
Not all the time. Sometimes it's
a
just...
lot of the time.
Well, maybe, yeah, but I mean, even so,
Just like with Michael Jackson, money was exchanged.
Yeah, but I think that was a little bit different type of situation.
Was it?
But and they still arrested him on the second one, even though he supposedly paid those people off too. So,
So what's up? We're gonna do this.
All right, so you want to go take a
let's-
quick little break, and then we're gonna come back and we're gonna have our interview.
Yeah, a little
Yeah.
quick break. J Money Hackett,
Yes.
Ashley Ryan,
So Banks.
DJ Anchor the Bank.
DJ Anchor the Banks will play some
DJ
music.
Anchor the band.
Yeah, if you want to.
Anchor the
little-
Bank's about to go in.
a little
Hit us
mini
up.
bank
Banks
mix.
is gonna play some music.
Yep, hit us up at 1-877-662-WCMR, and that's 9267. 1-877-662-WCMR, 9267.
You say it nice, slow, and methodical, so people who are getting their pens out can go ahead and say it.
Oh, thanks, man.
I know, right?
Good job.
Good. It sounds
Jay
so
Money
nice.
Hackett.
Don't
You know
forget
what?
to send your
Ambush,
viral
you do it
videos
better
as
than
well.
Ambush. Oh shit! He just basically said, "Yo, you do it better than Ambush."
Sign out.
Better than Ambush.
Seriously, we
They
wish you a
ready to
speedy
back.
transition, Ambush.
Can you say it
Good
in
luck.
Spanish?
Oh shit!
No.
Can you? Ray Shell said Michael Jackson was set up.
Y'all are funny. All right, Joe. So let's do it, and we'll be back in a couple
Yes,
minutes.
we'll be
We
back,
got an interview coming up,
guys.
right? Who we got an interview with?
With well, I say his name always incorrectly. So
Well, get
how
it right.
did you say it, Joey?
Get it right.
How do you say your name?
Who's-
Alger. Alger. I call him AJ.
We got Alger in the building.
Yeah.
Alger interview coming up. What up?
Put my weight on this one. You good? Let's go. Bank certified. And you can take that to the bank.
Yeah, we're back.
Yes, we're back.
Yes, we are.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen. So we're gonna go on to the interview. I want you to introduce you guys to Auger James III. He is an author, poet, and a motivational speaker.
Cool.
So hello. How
Hello,
are
hello,
you?
hello.
What up? What up?
Brother J.
Going on? Glad to be here, man. Appreciate y'all.
Yeah. How was your drive-in? Very well.
Oh
Very
man,
nice.
it was good. It was good. Ran into a little bit of traffic, but I was gonna be here no matter what by the grace of God.
Yes, very
Yeah.
nice. Well, thank you for coming. So I want to talk a little bit, guys. I don't know if the camera is on me. Is it, Sherwood?
It is
Awesome.
now.
All right. So he
It
is
is
the
now.
author of a book called When a Woman is Fed Up. So I would like for you to speak a little bit about your book here that I have. I have only read a couple of pages, and so far it's very interesting. My time has been consuming, so I haven't been able to get to read as much as I wanted to.
Okay.
So take it over and tell a little bit about your book.
Okay. Yeah. Well, let me ask you this.
Yes.
In the few pages that you read already, do you feel like it came from a man from you reading it?
To be honest with you, no. I was confused. Honestly, I was confused, and I thought I wasn't sure if I was confused about the book or if I was confused because my kids were around me and I really wasn't into much attention. But I guess now that you said that, yes, I didn't honestly really know if it was you speaking or if it was a woman speaking, and that's where, that was a good question that you brought up. So can you explain about that?
Yeah. So, well, first, when a woman's fed up, it touches on domestic violence, drug addiction, just a lot of things. Life as a mother. It's a young lady going through an abusive relationship. She's also a mother, so she's been dealing with this guy since high school. And she runs into him, meeting in the hallway, and automatically she thinks that that's the love of her life because of his looks and everything. But over time, she realizes that he's not the guy that she thought he was. So things change, her perspective changes, and her life changes drastically. So she's introduced to a lot of things that she, quote unquote, wasn't brought up on. You know what I'm saying? So,
Okay.
and what I did was, yes, it is. A male wrote it, but it's through a female's perspective.
Right.
So it's a female that you're reading, but it's
Right.
coming from a male.
And it's funny that you said that because when I first met you and I bought your book with you, I looked at the book and I asked you, is this a woman's eye and somebody actually looking out at her viewpoint? And you said yes. You were like, oh my gosh, you're so smart.
And you're the first person that, because I'm a very detailed person when it comes to writing and creativity. Yeah. I try to bring things to life, and you're the first person that actually caught that. So I was happy you said that.
Yes, and it was warming for me because I also feel a little bit of this book as well because I have been in a domestic violence as well. I've lost my house completely, my job, life changing. So this book kind of really does touch me. And now that my life also is changing and everything is going through, I could tear up right now. It's amazing, and it's amazing, and it's touching, and I really, really do want to read this book. So yes, I need to take the time.
That's what's up.
So let me see. Let me ask you some questions here, I guess. How long did it take you to write this book?
Initially, it only took me like about a month to write it. So
Okay.
It took me a month to write it, and it took me a month to write it and about 6 months to actually publish it because I wrote it 3 times. Like I changed the ending, changed the characters because I wanted to make sure it was like a perfect ending, a very impactful ending, and an impactful book where people would have to read more than once to get a message. So every time you go back and read, you like, wow, I missed that message from the last time I read it. So I wanted to do something that was very interesting and just open a lot of eyes and change people's perspective on life in general. So.
Right. Help them, guide them along their little path.
Yeah, absolutely.
Is this based on the life of somebody that you knew, or is it just something that you thought needed to be said and you wrote it?
Well, yeah, it's interesting. It's a lot of so it's a fictional story based off real events.
Okay.
So it's a few characters in there that are real characters. Like prime example, like the main character, her friend's name is Whitney. I got a good friend of mine named Whitney that her character is based off my friend Whitney.
Okay.
And then there's a few other people in there that are based off real people. And it's a combination of all the things that I perceived in my life, not so much dealing with, but just witnessing things.
Yeah.
And then a combination of my own story.
Okay.
So,
That's cool. Yeah, that's cool.
Okay. So also, you have this nice, wonderful book here, but you also are a CEO and co-founder of Sky is the Limit. I see as on your shirt here. Can you tell everybody what your company is about?
Of course. And shout out to my youth group, Sky's the Limit. So I put together a youth group called Sky's the Limit, ranging from like ages 12 and up, just to give the kids something to do. You know, we get together to talk about life, education, just things in the world, and just keeping them away from dealing with things on the street and stuff like that.
So basically, you teach them to be optimistic, to be very ambitious,
Right.
and to have entrepreneurship skills, correctly?
Exactly.
Absolutely.
And so what I did was went along from having a youth group, I was trying to think of ways of how to turn what I know into a business where I can help people, where I can motivate people. And you know, a lot of people call themselves motivational speakers and stuff, but you only know them by, you know, their names and faces. So I took some where I could build a brand. So I came up with the whole Sky's the Limit 7 thing. So now the whole thing of that is where people not only see me, but they see my brand. So it's me building my brand and motivating people to be successful, even if they just want to follow their dreams. You don't necessarily gotta chase $100,000 job to be successful, and that's what a lot of people are caught up on. Money don't make you successful.
It's what you want to do deep down inside.
Exactly.
And you take your path, you take your time, and as long as you get to where you want, it's
exactly. So it's off the phrase. So I know everybody know the phrase, the sky is the limit. And then I took that and then I put the number 7 on it because the number 7 in biblical terms is the number of completion. And that was just some God that brought me to with the number of completion. When people doing something that they love to do, they feel completed. So it's like the sky is the limit 7. So that's how the whole thing came
about. Bro. Yeah. I got a lot of respect for that because actually I work in the Howard County public school system with general ed kids and kids with special needs and all that. And a lot of the times I'm just a paraeducator, whatever, not even a teacher, no guidance counselor, nothing. But whenever teachers are having trouble with I would say the more troubled kids, the ones that don't want to listen, they don't have a lot going on for themselves at home because of their surroundings and their, you know, the parents and the adults or the older people that they're around or whatever. So a lot of the times they come to me to try to like guide these kids into the right path. And not only I do that at my school, but I do that with like a lot of the kids that surround me or whatever. So the fact that you even got a youth group, you just bring them together and just talk about lives and the life and whatever the great things that they can have for themselves and what they can achieve is I respect that shit a lot.
I appreciate it. Yeah, I appreciate it. And the thing, like, it was like I was focusing so much on the youth, but then I had a lot of like older people coming out like, yo, I needed that motivation. You know what I'm saying? Even when I wrote this book, they was like, yo, that's motivation for me. So I'm just like, man, I'm motivating everybody.
Exactly. It's because it's everybody in the world that needs guidance and needs that motivation to push them.
Exactly. That's all it takes sometimes when you
somebody to listen.
Yeah, exactly. Somebody listening, and then I might say something that you might have been thinking about, but you like unsure yourself. And then you like, man, he did it. I could do it. Or same for him, or same for you. So
that's the same thing, bro. Like it's crazy because like everything that you're doing, it sounds like real close to what I have a brand called Determination Motivation.
Like that,
based off of like just Maryland motivation. The logo has the Maryland flag and all that, so it's like Maryland motivation. It's all about like not giving up your dreams and working hard, whatever. But I'm projecting more to the kids, man, because like the kids are just like, this is the up and coming youth. It's like that's the up and coming world. So we just gotta make sure these kids are good and understand it's okay to fail, but just do what's right for yourself and know you have great things going for yourself and just stay motivated and don't let anything disrupt your grind. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. And I respect that, like you said, bro, because it started with the youth, man. We could touch the youth, and then it could transpire to the next generation and the next generation. I just ran into I was talking to a father. His daughter, he just invested in his daughter's vision. She's a 5-year-old author. You know, she wrote a book about teaching kids how to save money.
That's amazing.
I'm like, yo, saving money at that age. Imagine when she get 25, 26.
yeah.
It's gonna be crazy.
Yep.
So
Exactly.
it's big. It's big. So
Yeah, I teach my kids the entrepreneurship and what to do and all of that. So they are also in training as well as I am in training of our whole new life.
Right.
So it's a rough path, but we can do it all.
yeah, absolutely.
I like it. I'm excited about this book. I keep looking at it.
Yeah.
So where can we find this book?
Oh, the book is it's on it's at Barnes and Noble online, Kindle,
Nice.
Amazon, and also my website www.sky'sthelimit7.com.
Cool.
I'm still currently working on Amazon. They've been restocking for like a month. They messing me up on a lot of money right now.
Wow.
But I've just been just buying the books, from my publishing company, and whoever missed out on Amazon, I've been making sure I've been getting it to them.
Okay.
Yeah,
Any
he delivers
form of
them
fashion.
and all.
Yeah,
He's
Nice.
grinding.
Yeah,
Cool.
You ever consider doing the audio book?
absolutely. And I thought about actually using that like real characters to bring out the voices.
no,
I think-
absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I
bro.
thought that would be dope because a lot of people were saying, well, I want to read it, but I don't read like that. I'm always on the go. And I'm like, yeah, I could do like an audio book. I think
Right.
it would be interesting,
Yeah, bro.
So, yeah, I got a lot of ideas for it. So, actually plan on doing a play, February, because the book came out February 3rd. So, next year for the anniversary, I'm gonna do a play, based
nice.
off
that'd
the
be
book.
awesome.
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah.
That would be
so,
interesting.
yeah. So, got a lot of ideas for it.
That's
So.
beautiful, man. Well, good luck, man. I'm happy for you.
Yeah, I appreciate it, and I want to put that out there. Like, it's not just for women to read. I've had a lot of men already read the
Read it.
book, and they're like, man, like I needed that, bro. Like I needed that. It was it
it
hit
touched
home.
them as well.
Yeah, and I'm not that type of dude that's bashing men to get
Right,
the females
right.
respect.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's just it's an eye
But you
opener.
were exactly. I was
right.
gonna say you were the eye opener for them.
Right.
You showed them something that actually touched them.
Right.
So
Right.
yeah.
And
I agree.
it was a lot of respect because you got a lot of dudes that just bash other dudes just to get the respect from the female, and it's not real to me. I don't condone that. Like I can't
Yeah.
respect
Yeah.
that. Like I'm gonna be real with you. I'm not the perfect gentleman. I try to go out my way and do things for females and other people in general, but I'm not just gonna talk bad about this brother
Right.
just so I can get
Right.
all these females that
Right.
You know,
what I'm saying?
you know who
Right.
it's like on top or off top. You know who I feel like who does a lot of that in the industry? Tyler Perry. Like I'm not a big Tyler Perry fan. Not just because of the Medea movies, but it's just like I feel like all of his movies contradict men.
Yeah,
Like
I've noticed that too.
Yeah, and
Right.
it's just something like when I just started watching, I'm just like, man, just turn this off because I get it, but it's just like he has multiple movies where it's just like
Bash-
not all men are like that.
Right,
You know what I
right.
mean?
Well, it goes back to you have to like everybody has a story to tell, right? There's always two sides to the story. It's like when a bully, when you in class with a bully, right?
Mhm.
Bully keep hitting you,
Yeah.
and nobody sees it until you turn around, punch the bully in the face. Now you this big bad kid.
Yep.
Right.
So it's
Right.
two sides to the story. So I feel like
Yep.
it's very important that when you do like stories like these, you have to, you can show, if you're gonna show that side, that's cool, but also show the other
other
side,
side.
the good men that's out here doing well, the good fathers and stuff like that. Cause I'm big on that, man. Cause I feel like men don't get a lot of respect as they should. Neither the ones that's out here doing well. It's like when one guy do wrong, it sucks for
Yeah.
all of us.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It sucks for all of
no, I
us.
agree.
That-
But
yeah.
it's very hard to find that one good guy man,
Yeah,
as well
yeah.
as that one good woman.
Yeah.
You know what
Absolutely,
I mean?
absolutely.
So
Yeah, but then on that other aspect, there's like he was saying, there's just as many single fathers out there going through the same
I
struggle
agree.
that single moms are.
I
Yeah.
agree.
And like you said, I don't think all the time
Just
that
like
the
that
single
innocent
dads.
with that little girl and the father that he just lost his 4-year-old
Oh,
daughter.
yeah,
You
yeah,
know,
that
that
was
was
sad.
very,
That
very
was
sad.
sad.
You know, R.I.P.
Yeah.
But it's just, I don't even really want to get into that.
Yeah, that was a sad
That was
situation.
a very sad
man.
situation.
That was sad. It's,
But I have another question for you.
Yeah,
So
keep 'em
this
coming, keep 'em
one's
coming.
funny. Well, not really funny, but it says, if you could tell your younger writing self anything, what would it be?
Stay away from females.
They get you in trouble, mess your life up, right?
Stay away from females. Hey, look, bro, I know all of that. I know they look good. Stay away from, just wait. They gonna be out here when you get 30, 45, however old. Just wait. Just wait.
Don't allow yourself to be distracted.
Yes, yes.
Let's say that.
funny.
Yes, it's a lot of things. On a serious note, it's a lot of things I would tell my younger self because, I wasn't the best role model, the best dude. You know, like I said, I had my flaws. I've done a lot of things.
So
and
you also were in the process of changing and learning.
Oh yeah,
well.
yeah. Everybody's learning and changing. I feel like you change with time, and if people don't respect your change and who you are, then I mean, peace out.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Yeah. You change it
Absolutely.
for the better. You change. It's not like you change. If you changing for wrong reasons, then I can understand that. But if you changing to better yourself and better your community, better your family, why not? If people can't respect it, then hey, it is what it is.
Yeah, I agree. I absolutely agree. But it's hard also when it's your family.
That's another topic.
You know, that hits home for me as well.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
that's, you know, but I that makes me push harder.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, push harder, and I keep going, and it keeps rising.
You have to.
Yes.
You have to.
So this is another one for you. It says, what other authors are your friends with, and how do they help you become a better writer? So do you have any other author friends that have helped you become a better writer? Have you learned from them, or?
You know, it's funny. I think out of all my friends, I'm actually the first one to actually write a
Really?
book. Yeah.
Okay.
But I gotta give a shout out to my boy GT Gary Taylor. He's actually in the process of publishing his 2 books, I believe.
Okay.
So he actually is in a process, and he gave me motivation for my next book.
Okay. See?
So
Alright.
so I could get a credit to him, but other than
There you
that,
go.
you know, it's been like Tupac and Shakespeare for me.
Yeah. Very nice.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, do you have any other questions for? I'm gonna call him AJ, Mr. AJ.
Yeah, call me AJ, man. Don't worry about it.
Anybody?
Oh, no, not offhand.
Just put on there where we can find you, all your social media, shout out your peoples and all that, man.
Yeah. Twitter, y'all can find me at Sky's the Limit 7, of course. Instagram, Skies_the Limit 7. You know, all my events and all of that is on there, as well as my website, www.skiesthelimit7.com. And I got a lot of great things coming. Like I said, I'm actually in the process of working on 2 more books. Can't reveal what they're gonna be about, but they're gonna be something fire.
Hey, keep it top secret.
Yeah.
So I got a question.
Yeah.
For a young writer who's coming up and got themselves a project put together and they feel good about, what steps do they take towards getting it published? How do you do that?
Oh yeah, man! I'm glad to see that. Give me a 5 on that. Bro.
I was
give me a 5 on
yeah,
that, because a lot of people don't understand how.
That was bank ambush. Chump ass.
A lot of people don't understand how stressful the writing process can be, man. Because you have to go through. Actually, the first step is getting the book finished.
Right.
A lot of people, I don't know if y'all know anybody that's written something and they stop. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So once you get that finished, then you have to go through the whole editing stage, and I hated the editing process, bro. Yes, because I initially didn't pay for a editor. I had somebody I knew went on ahead and edited for me, and that was a mistake. But that was still a mistake. Sometimes you gotta pay for what you need.
That's right.
So the whole editing process, and then just reading over, making sure all the material is straight. And then you have to make sure the publisher is satisfied. Then you gotta pick out the book size, what cover you want to do.
Right.
So it's a lot to it. I would just say, if anybody is interested in publishing a book, I would say take your time, man. There's no rush on it because that's your masterpiece. You putting your piece out to the world. You putting your work out to the world. So you want to make sure you take your absolute time.
See,
with
that's
it.
what I say about my clothing line. I have slowed myself down.
But don't slow it down too much.
Right? No, I agree.
So when you say for the listeners that don't know what publishing is, can you give them a brief description?
Yeah.
So they can understand
Yeah,
what
absolutely.
you mean by that.
Yeah, so when you publishing that, so you're gonna have to find a publishing company. You can self-publish. It is a little bit more work where you got to get your ISBN number.
But what's publishing? Wait, what are you doing? What does that mean? Like,
Oh, well, publishing publishing is getting your book published. So when you getting the book cover, they're printing your work,
Printing
your
the piece.
manuscript.
Okay.
Yes, sir. So they
So like
printing
the
that out.
distributor.
Yep. So you have a publisher and a distributor.
Okay.
So some companies may already have a distributor, but that's another piece I want to tell people. Make sure you know who your distributor is, because your publisher can be on point, but if your distributor is slow, it's gonna be a long day for you, bro.
Wow.
So your distributor handles like your books coming out. If you want 100 books to come and you got an event, they handle distributing that out
to
for
the
you.
certain places.
Right,
Yeah.
right. They handle if they partner with Amazon.
Yeah, like Barnes and Noble.
They handle all of
yeah.
that. So the publishing part, you just they just pretty much printing the book out for you and all of that good stuff. So
you got plans for a signing, like a book signing?
I did. I did one February. Like I said, the book came out February 3rd. I did the book signing February 3rd, but I actually sold out of books that night. So
that's good
yeah,
though.
Yeah,
You wanted
it's a good problem.
Nice.
But a lot of people was asking, well, I missed the book release party. Can I come in? So I'm actually doing another signing
There you
party.
go.
So,
Well, let us know, man.
Where are you
Book
gonna
that
do
with-
it?
Yeah, I'm gonna definitely do it.
Have you figured out?
Nah, I haven't figured out yet. I'm working on it, but I'm gonna definitely let y'all know.
Send the
so
copy to
y'all can come
Oprah,
up.
right?
Yeah, I sent it to everybody.
You got a friend, send it to Gail, Oprah, one of them.
Look, I'm still, and look, I
Once you get-
sent it out to Steve too, man.
Yeah.
I was like, look, Steve, it's gonna be one of the best reads you read in a long time. So.
Yeah.
Steve Harvey.
Steve Harvey, yeah.
Very
yeah,
nice.
Yeah. So
Very nice.
yeah,
Nice,
definitely.
very nice.
So
I
yeah,
like
it's
that.
like I'm glad you touched on that, man.
You got
'cause-
your business together, brother. I
Oh
like
yeah,
that.
yeah. For the most part,
A lot of people don't know how important it is to have your business together, your paperwork together.
Yeah.
Like you said, your ownership. You know what I mean?
Right.
Opening your own publishing.
Right.
You know what I mean? Things
Right.
like that. So a lot of people don't know what that's all
What
about.
all the
So
steps.
It
they don't
is.
even know how,
man,
they don't
it
know how
is.
they recoup their money.
Nah.
You know, there's a lot of missing pieces to the
Yeah,
puzzle.
and I would say, yo, just anybody, like I keep saying it, man, just make sure you pay attention to your contracts. Make sure you really do your research, because I did a lot of research before actually publishing this book, but I still missed a few things. So that's why I'm making sure I
you're next.
instill that in anybody else that comes along, man.
Right.
So yeah, so
That's what's up, man.
but yeah.
That's what's up.
But y'all make sure y'all definitely gotta read it. I'm looking forward
I
to see
know.
what you
What I think about it.
It's all 5 stars on Amazon
You know,
right
honestly,
now.
I'm gonna have to go and like lock
Nice.
myself in a room for a day, so nobody can bother me and read this thing.
Well, I warn everybody that I was like, look, once you start reading it, I hope you ain't gotta go to work the next day. I hope you ain't. 'cause
Right.
Once you start reading it, you
No,
just
because
gonna
I
want to read
did.
it all the
Because
way
my
through.
kids kept asking me why I started it and I went to 22.
Yeah.
And I stopped, but I fell asleep. But my kids kept asking me, Mom, where are you at? And I read that much, and it,
Yeah.
it was very interesting to me.
Yeah.
So I'm very excited to keep reading and to finish
Well, I
reading.
appreciate that. I'm excited that I'm just excited that people actually
Are touching on it.
talking about it and
Yeah.
getting. Because I mean, I got people that from North Carolina, people from Oklahoma that's reaching out. I'm like, man,
That's
this is
good.
big.
Nice.
Man. It's
Yeah.
scary at times because
Yeah.
you're like, yo,
Like,
who is this?
this?
but it's cool though, because it's
Nice.
all
Yeah.
love. It's all
Yeah,
love,
man.
man. It's all
Yeah.
love.
You're growing. That's good.
Yeah,
good,
absolutely.
People are starting to know who you are. Exactly.
That's good. That's good. For the right reasons, anyway.
Yeah.
It's always better when it's for the right reason.
Exactly. It's funny when you can run. I just ran into my teacher actually. When I had gotten to some trouble back in high school, and you know, he hit me with one of those. Well, what are you doing now? You know, those type of talk.
And you were
and I was like,
this.
Google me, Google me. Not to be cocky, but just to be funny with it. Google me. You can Google me.
Yeah.
So
Because that was that teacher that doubted you.
that was that teacher that expelled me. So
Exactly. Doubted you. Exactly.
so I had to carry it like
Yep.
that. I had to
Yep.
carry it.
Yep.
Well,
And he was like-
if I was you when that teacher that expelled me asked me that, what I was doing, I'd have said better than you.
Did his jaw like drop? Did you see it? Like,
It was one of those
like what the hell?
But but I can't say nothing. Like I said, God has brought me a long way, man. I give God the glory, man, because I easily could have been doing something totally different than what I'm doing now. And I'm giving, mainly I wanted people to read more. Because a lot of people, we don't do a lot of reading.
Yeah.
We got to read. Contracts, rappers, all of that. They got to read their contracts.
That's right. So when we're talking about reading, so when I go to read this book, I should anticipate love, relationships, violence, interaction. Like I imagine with children, family, adults, kids. So what would you say the big picture is? Without without spoiling,
Yeah, without spoiling.
Would you like to read the back of the book? You give him a little bit of it.
Oh, I could summarize that with my eyes closed.
I mean, he wrote the book.
Okay, I don't know. You know what I mean? But
Whenever he wrote it, remember?
He's got it in his hand.
He actually wrote it,
It's in his hands now.
But yeah, to end, pretty much to what I want people to take from it. Is that what you?
Or that, or like, just so like someone just said to you, what's it about, and you didn't want to just
Give us a synopsis.
A short story
Short
of it.
synopsis. All right.
That's why we got the wood over there. That's our geek.
Put my little radio voice on real quick.
Synopsis. How do you say that? Say it again for me.
Right.
Say it again for me, Wood.
Synopsis.
Synopsis.
That's your $3 words right there.
That's sick with it.
$3 words?
Absolutely.
All right, so I'm gonna give y'all a quick synopsis. Ashanti Monique Jackson, she's the main character. She's a young mother who grows up in the Richmond, Virginia area. She comes from a wealthy background. Elijah and Michelle is her parents. Her dad is a neurosurgeon. Mom is a psychiatrist. So she comes from a very wealthy background. So instead of them putting her in a private school, a rich private school, they kept her in an overcrowded public school to get her to understand the concept of you have to work hard to get where you want to be in life.
Okay.
So along those lines, she maintains a 4.7 GPA. She also has 3 other girlfriends she develops friendships with. And she runs into her dream guy, Lance Wilson. So Lance got the looks, he got the ladies. He just transferred them from New York. And instantly she, quote unquote, falls in love.
Yeah. That's a good synopsis. I like that. A round of applause for the synopsis.
Falls in love.
Synopsis. Say it again for me, Will. Come on, one more time. Say it again.
Synopsis.
Synopsis.
I
Yeah.
know he sounds like he's the guy from Password.
That's right.
And the word is synopsis.
But no, I just want people to understand, because a lot of people, I guess they thought I was giving them like I was Steve Harvey giving them that act like a man.
Yeah.
Think like a woman.
Think like a woman. Think
I was
like a
like,
man.
nah, this ain't nothing along those lines. This is an actual novel. This is a story. So
Dang it.
yeah,
That's what's
yeah.
up.
Yeah.
So you ready for the next book then?
I'm always ready, man. I'm always in the lab ready.
So are you
Always.
gonna go into a beef? Like is that the A side? You gonna do like a B side or?
Woo,
Are you
can't
going
tell you
so-
that, brother. Can't tell you that. You gotta read it.
We
Yeah,
gonna
he's not
read
gonna
it.
tell you,
Read
but
it.
there's
read
what,
it.
2 other books?
In my
But
misery.
look, the 2 other books might not even got nothing to do with
Exactly.
this.
That's what I'm
I
saying.
would
You have
tell
to
ya.
be very
Yeah.
You ever seen that movie Misery? You never seen that movie Misery? It's a great movie. You gotta see it. It's
I'll
about
check it out.
this guy is Paul Sheldon. He's a writer. He's the author, and he has a #1 fan.
Oh yeah, I remember.
You know,
That was
and
awesome.
he goes to a special place in this like little cabin area up in the woods where
Like
he
a
goes
genie.
and he writes.
Yeah.
It's his comfort zone,
Yeah.
and it's a great movie, man.
All right,
You gotta see it.
I'm gonna check it out. I'm gonna check
He
it
wa-
Yeah,
out.
man. It's
if
a
he
great
watches,
writer's
if
movie,
he
man.
watches
It's
that
called-
movie, he might not
I might stop writing. Yeah, I might stop writing, man.
No, you're not gonna stop writing. But
He won't do any more book signings.
You will be careful about them book signings, yeah, man. You be careful about them fans. That's for sure.
Now, I know you said that the first book kind of came to you, and you were able to get it written, like in a month, a little more than a month.
Right.
Did you ever suffer from like a writer's block in that time, where you kind of had to put things down and walk away for a little while, maybe a week or so, and say, you know, I'm kind of stuck. I got this far, but I don't know where to take this character or this scenario in the story or whatever, and then you had to do. How did you pick it back up if you had that problem?
Absolutely, because that's a very good question. So when I get into the writing process, I'm a different type of writer. Like, I go into if I'm doing a character, I go into that actual character. That's why cool. I feel what you was explaining about dude going off to his comfort zone, because when I'm in my zone and I'm writing and I'm that character, I don't want nobody near me because I don't know who I am at that time. I'm playing that character at that time. It sounds weird to y'all, but it makes total sense because I want it to be as authentic as possible. But I've ran into chapter 5. Chapter 5 was I believe A Woman's Worth. So chapter 5 has all the 3 females or 4 females, including the main character. So having a conversation, a woman's conversation at that. So it was like, how can I sit here and put together these conversations? So I literally had to sit here and talk to myself while I'm writing.
Generation,
just to make it sound good. So I'm like, okay. But the interesting thing though, I did record a few females too. So I was listening to them while I was writing, so it helped me a lot with shaping the
just listening to
female
how that conversation
right.
That's dope.
But that chapter 5,
have one for like
it was
domestic
rough.
violence, one for whatever, drugs and alcohol.
So, but that chapter 5 was that was probably the first time I ever got writer's block, you know, and this is my first book, but I've written poetry and stuff like that, but chapter 5 was rough, but once I got it together, it went from there. So, and also the transitioning from chapters at first, because writing a book, I wrote, like I said, I wrote poetry, I did plays, but the transition in a book is different from stage plays, from writing poetry. Right. So it's like, how can I close off this chapter? How can I do this?
So you don't have that run on.
Right.
Where it never
exactly.
ends.
And it flows so smooth, man. Like it's
nice.
Well, that's cool when it came to you that easy.
Yeah.
So how many people did you have read over your book?
Before I put it out.
Yeah, before you published it.
About three people. Okay. I was very conservative. But you know what? I had before I even knew about all the stuff with the publishing company, because you know they get it copyrighted for you and all of that. And for those of y'all that don't know, that's so nobody else can use your work. So I got it copyrighted before I even sent it to the publishing company.
Good job.
Because I let a few people read it, but I was like, I've researched. I'm like, I don't want nobody to steal my work.
Absolutely.
So I made sure I had it copyrighted before I sent it out. And the publishing company was laughing. They was like, man, you pretty much did everything for us. Like,
right.
So, and shout out to Lift Bridge Publishing, man, because they gave me a great opportunity when a couple other publishing companies wouldn't.
See,
that's what I mean. Like, finding a publishing company, that's not easy.
It's not, man. And that's so. Quick story. So I actually sent this when I finished the book. I sent it out to 2 publishing companies before I sent it to Lift Bridge Publishing. Those 2 companies denied it. They, for whatever reason, I'm like, I got just a little discouraged, just a little. But I was like, you know what? In the end, it's all gonna make sense. Sent it. I talked to Tony. He's one of the representatives of Lift Bridge Publishing, my publishing consultant, and he was like, no problem, man. I got you. Send it. We're gonna take a look at it. And his response from when he read it, he was like, man. He was like, this gonna be impactful. He was like, I don't know why they ain't take it.
Yeah.
Like, in the process of me publishing it, once they copyrighted it, the same 2 publishing companies, and it was a few more, called my phone. And I'm like, I see these numbers. I'm like, I'm not answering this. I don't know who this is. They leaving voicemail, multiple voicemails. Like,
Wanting
yeah,
your
Mr.
book?
James, we seen your book got copyrighted. We read it. We love it. Why don't you come under our publishing company? I'm like, nah, it's too late, man.
Right.
We already
Yeah, like-
we already good now. So
Wow.
yeah.
That's what's up. Man.
Like Dre said, God's plan, man.
Yeah, man.
God's plan.
You were
That's
turned
right.
down for that other reason.
Yeah, it's all good.
I like it.
So
I like it. Any other questions?
No, I think we're good.
So what else?
I know.
Take a music break.
Yeah.
I guess we can.
That's
How much
what's
time
up.
we got?
12 minutes.
12 minutes.
12 minutes.
Let's take a music break and we come back and say goodbye.
All right, there you go.
How about we do that?
All
Yeah.
right, and we're back,
Yeehaw.
guys. All right, I guess we're going to go around the room and say our final goodbye. So if anybody has anything, we're going to start off with Joey D. Would you like to say anything?
Mr. Bush, if you're listening, get well. Come back. And I didn't want to get too teary-eyed, but I miss you, Bush. I miss you already, brother. Come on back. We don't care if your knee got a big hole in it. Just come on back.
All right, so Sherwood, do you have anything? Last final words?
Yeah, I just want to thank everybody for tuning in. Thank you for J Money for stepping up in Bush's position. Ashley Ryan, taking charge and all that. And we'll see you again next week. Bush, get better.
Yo.
We need you.
Next week, we're off.
All right, and
You
we
got it.
have...
Oh yeah, next week we're off.
And
Damn it.
we'll get it. And we have AJ here. AJ, would you like any more final words? Anything you'd like to say?
yeah, I just want to say thank y'all so much for having me come up. I really enjoyed y'all,
Awesome.
and I hope that I can come back because I feel like y'all family now. So.
Yes,
Yeah, man.
absolutely.
Yeah.
You're always welcome back.
Doors always
Especially my
open.
man got the 7, so I know it's meant to be.
Some was meant to be. We're all connected somehow.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Cool.
Anchor the Bank, do you have anything?
Well, I'd like to give a shout out to my peoples over at Industry Fix representing NYC. I'd like to give a shout out to my partner Dirk. McGurk, I know you out there. I want to give a shout out to my man B Live. You know what I mean? The whole Wisdom Court family. To my man Ambush. You know what I mean? I'm going to kick you in your knee when I see you. This is nothing. It's like that. It's on. You feel me? Shout out to my man Dirk, the cameraman.
Yeah,
In the
there.
building.
In the house.
Word.
There,
Feel me? Put a condom on. Joe, pull your pants up.
Always when I'm done.
Damn it, Joe. And yeah, that's what it is, man. I'm glad to be here. I had a good time this week. And next week's gonna be even more crazy because we're gonna be at
Otter
We're gonna be
Bar.
at the Otter Bar
March
Live.
29th.
It's gonna be bonkers. Like, if y'all thought today was reckless, wait till we're in the club.
No.
Reckless.
And we're able to actually really drink and
Oh,
enjoy,
shit.
and be like, woo.
I'll be DJing at the same time. It's crazy.
I'll let
Man.
you guys drink.
Before I forget, viral videos, people.
Yes, please
Send in your
videos.
viral videos to wisdomcourtmedia@gmail.com. If we use your video and give you a shout out,
You get a
you
free
can get a
t-shirt.
free Ambush
Yeah.
the Show t-shirt,
Yeah.
any
Yeah.
color you choose,
Yeah.
and any size you need.
You
Send
dig?
the videos in. Don't forget.
And then also we have March 31st, we have the Easter egg hunt. That was something that J Money was gonna touch
Let's
for
get
us.
ready.
So Easter egg hunt, bring all your little kids. It's in Maryland. It's all posted on the
Damn,
Wisdom Court
babe.
Entertainment Kids Club page.
Go
Yeah.
on.
It starts at 3 p.m.
Yeah.
So I believe it's from 3 to 5.
That's right. You got
Everybody
DJ
come
Anchor the
out.
Bank on the 1 and 2. So
Hamburgers,
we
hot
giving it for
dogs,
the kids. Yeah, man.
sodas.
Easter egg hunt's gonna be buck wild.
Absolutely.
That's the 31st.
It's gonna be fun. All right, guys. What I want to say. Thank you guys so very much for watching. I had fun. I really, really enjoyed AJ coming in and talking about a little bit about his book and what organization he has going on. Thank you, Anchor,
Yo.
for helping me. Thank you, Joey, also for helping
No
me.
problem. That's what
Thanks,
we're
guys,
here
for watching. Does anybody else have anything else to say? Always remember your self-worth. Austin and Kayla, I love you guys.
Yeah.
Let's get well soon. We miss you.
Yeah.
Yes, Bush. Come back, please. I miss you.
Get yourself
I
ready,
love
Bush. We get this is for you, Bush. Get ready. Don't you know we coming?
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, baby, here I